speaking of crazy, let's talk about what was happening here in Texas. A black man who has been on Texas's death row since 1998 after being convicted by an all-white jury is not going to get a new trial. A district judge ruled that Rodney Reed, who maintains he is innocent of murdering a young white grocery store clerk, does not deserve a new trial. During this summer's 2-week hearing, Judge J.D. Langley heard evidence presented by the Innocence Project. Reed's team showed the murder weapon was never tested for DNA evidence and proved forensic experts admitted to errors in their testimony during his first trial. They also introduced new exculpatory witnesses as evidence pointing to the victim's fiancé, Jimmy Fennell, who was white and a former local police officer, as the perpetrator. The judge said that was not enough to grant a new trial, saying Reed, quote, has not proven by clear and convincing evidence that no reasonable juror would have convicted him of capital murder, even if the new evidence was presented. Well, Greg, I'm sorry. You make the conclusion that no juror will make the decision. Well, how about we allow the juror to hear it to make a decision?
Roland, this is so important, what you just read right there. There it is again. Reasonableness. Any legal scholar, any lawyer will tell you, particularly a trial lawyer dealing with a jury or dealing with a judge, is that reasonableness standard? That's where whiteness hides. People talking about CRT. Let's deal with a basic tenet of critical race theory. Critical race theory, one of the basic tenets is that the power of whiteness is often in its ability to normalize itself, to hide behind language for which there is no common understanding. In the law, reasonableness is one of the most weaponized words in interpretation. A reasonable person, would that mean a reasonable black woman? A reasonable black man? A reasonable Asian man? What do you mean? Oh, well, I mean a reasonable white man. But since I didn't say a race, we're going to imply whiteness. And in Texas, where the law is as interspersed with whiteness as anywhere in the country, when this judge says that, and listen to the language, look at the legal straitjacket. You haven't proven by clear and convincing evidence, meaning overwhelming show of evidence for us, that no reasonable juror, not some reasonable juror, one reasonable juror, no reasonable juror would convict you of capital murder. Well, you've made the standard almost impossible. And the Texas Attorney General, Ken Paxton, a real white nationalist, a hunter, is saying, well, you're not going to change us with public opinion. This is why, again, tying it to the Rittenhouse case, we have to be very careful because, as Reese said, white victims. But when you look at the definition of self-defense in Wisconsin, and when you look at the footage, Kyle Rittenhouse's defense is going to be, they charged me. I feared for my life. And that reasonableness standard seeping through the minds of those white jurors are very likely to side with him. That reasonableness piece you read, brother, that is the way that they punish black people in this country. There is no common definition of reasonableness, but the law tries to pretend as if there is.
Back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
Time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Oh, no punches!
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way. Honored to be on a show that you own. A black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network
is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Like, wow, Roland was amazing on there.
Stay black. I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be black-owned media and be scared.
You dig?